Oh my goodness.
Watch how they just walk in. Turn down.
This is like a random guy.
This is like how casual they are. Look at this. Announced on Friday that the city is starting the process of clearing out the apartment buildings. Buildings. This is plural. A gang of Venezuelans took over an entire apartment building in Aurora, Colorado. It's usually only stuff that kind of happens in California, but apparently it's happening in Aurora, Colorado. So after video of armed Venezuela gang shared by local officials goes viral, Colorado City takes action. So at first, the frustrating part about this story is they denied that this was even happening. So if you guys haven't heard, these guys are basically running a whole apartment building.
Eesh.
And just kind of took it over.
Open carry?
No, this is not that. This is not that. But after they did this, they ended up dismissing it and acting like it wasn't a thing. Okay, so Mayor Mike Kaufman, goodness, announced on Friday that the city is starting the process of clearing out the apartment buildings. Buildings. This is plural. Where transnational armed gang Tren de Aragua has taken over. In a statement posted to Facebook, the Aurora City Attorney's Office is preparing court documents to request an emergency court order to clear the apartment buildings where Venezuela gang activity has been occurring by declaring the properties criminal nuisance. Okay, keep going, Zach. This will require a municipal judge to order the goal of getting these properties back under the control of the property owners. In the meantime, the law enforcement task force set to disrupt and arrest Venezuela gang members in these buildings will continue its operation. I strongly believe that the best course of action is to shut these buildings down and make sure this never happens again. One has already been picked up in an email to Fox Digital News. So they picked up a guy named Cookie Monster. That sounds scary. These men seen in the video have gone viral, armed members of the Ten Griters. Play this video. This is a video of basically them going into, just casually walking into someone's apartment and taking their stuff.
Hallelujah. Oh my goodness.
Watch how they just walk in. Turn down.
This is like a random guy.
This is like how casual they are. Look at this. Mans is on the phone.
All of y'all saying that the Second Amendment was for hunting. Hunting damn Venezuelan gangs.
Joe, what is wrong with you?
Hey, man, I'd be blasting through that door. It's time to smoke fools.
Go ahead and read some of this for us.
Okay. Former Colorado apartment resident government says wouldn't last 5 minutes against armed gangs. The move to apprehend the armed Venezuelan gang members comes after a blitz of national media attention on the city of Aurora thanks to the efforts of council member. After assisting residents Cindy and Edward Romero on Wednesday, they were able to share a video which has since gone viral online and on the air. Jurinsky was soon featured on the Ingram Angle telling the Romero story, and Cindy Romero joined America Reports, blah, blah, blah. This is some other crazy business going on in their cars.
Yeah, they're like just it's just wild west out there. It seems like in this part.
Straight Red Dead Redemption.
Okay, so the Colorado governor Jared Polis has come under fire for his handling of the situation, including from Romero himself, saying the Democrat wouldn't last 5 minutes in the building. His spokesperson Shelby told the New York Post on Thursday that the issue was largely a feature of Daniel Jurinsky's imagination. The guy that blew the whistle on this, they're basically saying, oh, it was just his imagination.
Oh, he's just being a dork.
Right? And now they're saying they got to go in and take this building back. Yeah.
This is the most American story. This feels like the time where this is the times that define America. Are we going to take our land? Are we going to use our Second Amendment? Are we going to do these things? Or are we going to sit back and let the Venezuelans take it over?
Yeah, that's one way to look at it. The governor hopes that the city of Aurora shares this basic value and will enforce the law. Over the last month, Governor Polis has been in regular contact with City of Aurora and the Aurora Police Department. Now, by the way, this is all after the story went viral. So all this was like, he was just, it's their imagination. They're just making it up.
So dudes breaking into houses with firearms.
Not breaking into houses. They're taking over an entire apartment, and it said buildings, plural.
Yeah. Running buildings with firearms.
Yes.
And they're like,
now it's viral.
It's not that big of a
It's
deal.
just part of your imagination.
It's just jaywalking.
Yeah. And so if Danielle Jurnsky has evidence of illegal activity in Aurora that can assist the investigation, it might even be illegal for her to withhold it. So there's this person, the whistleblower, they're basically saying that they're throwing this person under the bus.
Yikes.
Colorado capital and largest city, Denver, is a sanctuary city. Aurora is a suburb of Denver. Can you explain to the people what a sanctuary city is, Zach?
A sanctuary city is a place in which immigrants,
No.
illegal aliens.
No.
You said no.
We're not going to call them illegal aliens. We're not going to call them immigrants. Undocumented immigrants that came over.
I can't keep up with all the PC language.
There's a difference between I'm an immigrant. We came here legally.
Undocumented aliens.
Undocumented
migrants. Wow.
Or undocumented immigrants.
Okay. Undocumented immigrants are welcome if they are fleeing a corrupt government, and AKA
no. It's not just a corrupt government. That's oh my gosh, we gotta help you with this. That's asylum seekers. That's totally different. Sanctuary city allows anyone that's undocumented to come in, regardless on what they say they're fleeing. So if you're undocumented, you get to come into a sanctuary city.
That was great.
I'm just saying there's a difference.
Totally.
Because you may not be fleeing anything. You might just be like, I don't want to live in my country anymore, and just come over, and you're allowed in the sanctuary city.
And so these illegal migrants are allowed to flee their countries for nothing and go to these soft, weak soy boy cities that we see along the West Coast and right on the East Coast.
Usually liberal cities.
Yeah, liberal cities are sanctuary, meaning we're not going to do anything about it.
Yeah. I don't know if is Escondido a sanctuary city? I don't think so. I don't think let's Google it. I don't think San Diego or anything out here are sanctuary cities. I know usually it's major cities like San Francisco, like Denver. No, San Diego is not a sanctuary city.
We just get we get a lot because we're on the border, but they're not welcome here.
Yeah.
We did make the Matt Walsh show, though.
San Diego. I saw that.
Illegal.
Hold on, real quick. Shout out to Bourbon and Boss. He said a sanctuary city is a city where we have suspended federal law because the people in charge find it politically expedient to do so.
Hey, if that is not the best,
that's a great definition
I've ever heard.
Yeah. So the federal law is you can't just come over here illegally. That's the federal law. Yeah. So this person, Jurnsky, celebrated a call with Fox Digital. I'm happy that what I've been saying is now confirmed. It is a shame that people had to suffer for as long as they did, but I'm happy that the gangs will now be addressed. Okay, so let's see if there's an update to this story. Have they cleared these buildings? I haven't heard anything about clearing these buildings. But the entire idea of a sanctuary, first of all, I just hate how they use Christian language to push just complete foolishness. It is not unchristian to say, hey, we should have borders, we should have boundaries, we should have protections for the citizens of a country. There's nothing unchristian about having borders. The entire land of Israel had a degree of autonomy from other invaders. Now, when people came over, there would be laws to protect the alien. That is also true. But this idea that a sanctuary is used in a way to hijack this is so gross to me. It is so gross. Any updates?
So Colorado police investigate a claim that Venezuelan gangs took over apartment buildings. So they're just investigating. And they're like, oh, it's not as bad as you think once we actually speak to the people. Yes, we are concerned. There is a small Tren de Aragua presence in Aurora, and we have been taking it seriously, kind of. We have responded. We have made arrests. We will continue to make arrests. We will continue to address the problems that the absentee, out-of-state owners of these properties have allowed to fester unchecked. Wow, he's just gaslighting. Aurora will aggressively pursue all actions available under city code and criminal statute. So he blamed it on the Grant Cardone that owns the place.
Oh my gosh.
He was like, oh, they are letting all these gangs take over their apartment complex.
Okay, I want you to look this up.
Yeah.
Is there any precedent that the Hells Angels are going to step up and take this over? Because that's what the chat is saying to us. So chat, we want to fact check the chat. Oh, so there's something to this.
Police response to claims that Hells Angels is coming to Aurora.
What? What?
This is awesome. Oh, wow.
Wow. Get Shane Smith on the phone, man. Goodness. Denver, the Oracle responded to social media claims that the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club is headed to Colorado and said they do not believe the post to be credible. Okay. Despite the police, Fox News, they are continuing, to monitor the situation. Post claimed, hold on, you jumping too far ahead, bud.
Sorry.
Claimed the Hells Angels headed to the area began circulating on social media over the weekend. The group is an international outlaw motorcycle club that was first founded in California. Members of the group, some of the posts said the group was responding to claims that an apartment complex in Aurora had been taken over. If they're a gang, aren't they just going to want to come and take the building over for their gang?
I think there's a little Americanism going on.
Okay.
You know, it's a little patriotic. Like, remember how Shane was explaining it? There's like a little, there's like honor among thieves a little bit in in the motorcycle clubs.
Yep.
So I think that's what it'd be like. It'd be like, nah, you know, I want to break all the laws in the country, except I don't want the illegals breaking the laws in the country. You know, it's like one of those. Like, these are my laws to break.
It's my country.
I was born here to break these laws. It's like that.
All right, man. Okay, so listen, my macro thoughts on this is like, as someone that's an immigrant, as someone that came over as a refugee, as someone that came over actually seeking asylum. Like, all the Armenians got kicked out of Baku, and then 8 months ago, all the Armenians got kicked out of the other side of Azerbaijan when we had our own little autonomous region that they didn't like. They got us all out. So as someone that came over as an immigrant, I think that good legal immigration is generally a net positive for the country.
Good
especially
legal
immigration, especially with our declining birth rates. Having said that, unchecked borders where people can come over and then there's like little corridors for them to come and that sort of stuff, and just a complete travesty of what's happening there, I think is a huge net negative. Like, it's not helpful. It's not good to have unchecked borders, right?
Yeah.
And so to even hear on a macro level, not to get too political about this, but to now hear someone like Kamala Harris all of a sudden flip-flop and say she's pro-border security and she wants to build a wall.
Crazy. Sounds like she caught wind of this Aurora story before it went viral. And they're like,
I've always wanted to build a wall. I've been consistent.
Yeah. Like she didn't want to have the soundbite of her being like, I want all the migrants as possible. And then that goes viral. Someone over at the Obama team, the Obama marketing team, know what they're doing.
Yeah. So I think it's a big mess. I think it's a big mess. And I think there's a serious issue with the policies that have been at the border, specifically catch and release here, which is what's caused the migrant crisis.
Yeah.
The laws changed to catch and release in America versus catch and release in Mexico. Because before they would come over, they get caught, they get shipped back to Mexico. So if you're from Venezuela, you get caught in America, you get shipped to Mexico.
That sucks.
That's awful. So the cats stopped coming over. They chilled out. Now it's like catch and release here. And I get it. Many of these people are just coming, trying to get a better life. They're willing to risk it all to come to America. That's the reality.
Yeah.
But that
don't get caught. That's the rule. Or come legally.
Prove your asylum status and come legally, and work through the proper channels. That would be the logical thing. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Comment down below and let me know what you think. And be sure to check out this video that YouTube is recommending just for you. Let me know if they nailed it. All right? I'll see you over there. Peace.